ever get those moments, like you've got this melody stuck in your head, but you can't quite like bring it to life? Like imagine if you could just tell a computer what you're thinking and it would just make it into a song for you.
That would be wild.
It sounds pretty sci-fi.
It kind of feels like we're getting there, though.
Yeah, right?
With these AI music generators.
Like Suno.
Exactly, like Suno.
Yeah, and that's what we're diving into today.
Awesome.
You sent over a bunch of info on it. Like they even have a whole wiki.
I know, it's pretty in-depth.
Which I love. I love a good wiki.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's unpack it.
Okay.
See how it works. How you actually like use it.
Yeah, so from what I've gathered, like at its core, it's pretty simple. You give Suno a text prompt. Could be anything, really.
Anything.
A lyric, a description of a mood, even just like a random thought.
Okay.
And then it takes that and turns it into music.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that is pretty straightforward.
It is.
But I feel like we've seen other AI music platforms.
We have, yeah.
So what makes Suno different?
Right.
Like, I feel like there's a lot of buzz around this.
There is, yeah, and I think...
It seems like it gives you more creative control.
Yes.
Than the others we've seen.
Yeah, a lot of them are really cool. They're impressive, but it's like you're kind of like throwing something in and seeing what happens.
Totally.
But with this one, it seems like you have a lot more agency.
Yeah.
Like you really shape the final product.
And that's where those meta tags come in, right?
Yes, exactly.
I saw those all over the wiki.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I don't really know what they are.
Okay, so
if they do,
basically they're like musical instructions.
Okay.
That you give to Suno.
So you can fine-tune what it gives you.
Yeah, you can fine-tune pretty much everything.
Wow.
Like the mood, the genre, even really specific stuff.
Okay.
Instrumentation, tempo, all that.
So instead of saying like, make me a rock song, I could say like, give me like driving drums and a bluesy guitar.
Exactly, yeah.
And like make the vocals sound like, I don't know.
Right.
Journey.
Yeah, exactly. Like classic rock anthems.
Yeah.
You can get that specific.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like you're having a conversation with it.
Okay.
And you're guiding it.
Very cool.
To get like your vision. Exactly.
And the wiki has examples of these.
It does, yeah. Which I thought was really helpful.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, so like, let's say you want a funky bass line.
Okay.
Like that 70s disco.
Okay, yeah.
You could use the meta tag bass groove, disco 70.
Wow, that's so specific.
I know, right?
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I was like, okay,
So it does seem like it's...
This could really change things.
Yeah, for sure.
For musicians.
Or even just people who want to mess around.
Yeah, yeah.
What if you're not, like, a musician?
Right.
Like, what if you don't know all the
lingo.
The lingo and stuff.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Can you still use it?
Yeah, and that's what's so cool about it.
Okay.
It really does seem like they designed it for everyone. From beginners to, like, professionals.
Right.
So you could not know a single meta tag.
Right.
But you could type in, make a song that sounds like pure joy.
Yeah.
And it'll try to interpret that.
Wow.
And generate something cool.
So you kind of have like a digital Mozart at your fingertips.
Exactly. And you don't even have to be like musically talented to make something.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty amazing.
It is.
Yeah. It's like Suno can bridge that gap, right?
Totally.
Between like, you can imagine something and then actually create it.
It's huge.
Which is so cool.
Yeah.
But when you have that much control, it makes you think about
it does.
Like copyright. Like who owns this stuff?
Yeah. That's something they actually address in the wiki.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
Which is good because it's like,
well, they have to.
It's a big deal.
Like this is a big deal.
It's only going to become a bigger deal as this gets.
Yeah, like more advanced.
More advanced, more popular. Yeah.
It seems like they are thinking about it though.
They are.
Because they have a whole section on copyright claims and like how to navigate all that.
Which makes sense.
If you're using it to actually...
Right, because if you're marketing it as a way to create music.
Yeah.
Not just like a toy.
Right, look, what if you make a song?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's huge.
Right, and then it's like, okay,
and
who owns this?
Yeah.
Is it you?
Mm-hmm.
Because you put in the prompts.
Right.
And the meta tags and all that.
Or is it Suno?
Yeah, because they made Suno.
Right.
So it's like, where's the line?
Yeah, and like even if you do own it,
right?
Like what about the music itself?
Yeah.
It has to be pulling from somewhere.
It's got to be, yeah. So like, where does inspiration end and like copyright infringement begin? Totally. That's the question.
That's tricky.
And they even have a part in there.
Okay.
About producer tags. Have you seen that?
I did see that, yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's like
the sampling thing.
It's exactly like sampling, yeah.
Where it's like, you didn't
Right. You didn't play all the instruments. You didn't write every word.
Yeah.
But you created something new.
Totally.
So it's like, how do we...
Yeah, where's that line?
Yeah, where's that line? Exactly.
It's like when artists use like reference photos. They're not
stealing.
Right.
They're using it as...
Inspiration.
Inspiration, yeah. And I think that's how Suno wants people to approach it.
That makes sense.
Like you're collaborating with it.
Okay.
To make something you couldn't make on your own.
Which then brings up a whole other thing. Like, are we going to have all these hit songs written by robots?
Exactly. That's the question.
It's kind of a mind-blowing concept.
It really is.
Because, like, on the one hand, this could be huge for, like, anyone to make music.
Totally. Yeah. You don't have to.
It democratizes it, right?
Exactly.
Anyone can create.
You don't need to know.
You don't need the technical skill.
All the theory and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. But then it's...
But what does that mean for music?
Right. What does it mean for creativity?
Yeah.
Is this the end of human creativity?
Or is it just like...
Right. Is it the end or is it...
the next step?
Just the beginning of something totally new.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if Mozart had this.
Oh, man.
Would he be like...
Right. Would he be like, get this away from me?
This is cheating.
Or would he be like...
Or would he be like...
this is amazing.
This is my new best friend.
Right. I can do so much more now.
Yeah, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
But it's interesting to think about.
It is interesting to think about. It's like, we have these tools now, and they make us ask these questions.
Totally.
Like, what does it even mean to be creative?
Right. Like, are we still creative if we're using AI? Or is it just a different kind of creativity?
Right. Is it collaboration like we've never seen before?
Yeah, it's like throughout history, there's always been these, like... Collaborations, yeah. Where it's like, that wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't have happened without both people?
If those two people hadn't met.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
Yeah, so maybe this is...
So maybe this is just like...
just this new evolution.
Yeah, the next evolution of that.
Yeah, instead of two humans, it's human and an AI.
Right.
Working together.
Who knows what they'll come up with?
It's pretty wild.
Imagine, like, the new genres of music.
Exactly. That we can't even imagine.
That we haven't even thought of yet.
Yeah, because it's like...
it could be cool.
We're so used to music created within... like
by human,
the confines of human experience.
Right.
And now it's like...
now we're breaking free.
Breaking free, yeah.
So for anyone listening who's like, what's the takeaway here?
I think the biggest takeaway is...
what do we want them to remember?
This is still so new.
Right.
It's early days.
It's just the beginning.
Suno is just the beginning.
Right. And who knows?
Who knows what's next?
Yeah, like what it's going to look like in 5 years.
Exactly. And like...
10 years.
How is it going to change things?
Yeah, for sure.
For music. For art in general.
It's an exciting time to be into music.
It really is.
That's for sure.
It is.
We'll include links to Suno.
Yes, please check it out.
So you guys can check it out.
Yeah, and let us know what you think.
Yeah, go make some music.
And then come back on the show.
Come back on the show.
Tell us all about it.
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
Until next time.
See ya.
Keep those creative sparks flying.
Stay curious.
And we'll see you soon.